welcome back to VGS Let's Talk Gaming. I'm your host, Chloe Warlock. I'm here today with two very special co-hosts. First, we have Hunter. Hunter, how's your day?
It's going pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you do today?
I mean, I woke up late to my first class after my alarm. I made the mistake of closing my eyes after I woke up, and I woke up just a little late, but I still got to class.
That's good. I'm glad.
I was only maybe 3 minutes late.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex.
He didn't say anything about it, so.
Hi, my name's Alex.
Alex is here too.
I ran back here.
Yes, Alex always runs. Alex, how was your day?
Pretty swell. Pretty swell. I sat around and went to class occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
My Microsoft Excel class sucked, but
I'm sorry.
that's how it be sometimes.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I can't imagine
Good.
learning about a program the entire semester is fun.
No.
Well,
Actually, we're almost done with Excel. Then we're going to go to Microsoft Access, which I've never heard before.
What is
I've never heard
that?
of that.
do you know what it is?
No.
I'm going to Google it.
Not at all.
Well, that didn't go well.
I hope
If only it was like Microsoft Word.
Mhm.
Then you could be like a pro essay writer.
But it's not. Instead,
Yeah.
I had to choose accounting as my minor.
I'm a business minor, so I'm halfway there.
I just read the description and I didn't understand a single word.
I hope everyone's enjoying the nice little underbed of music we got going on today.
Our music is by Stardew Valley.
Yeah, another game.
We talked about it before. Game.
It is a game.
It is a game. I have it, actually. I have to play it. Anyways, so Microsoft Access, it says it's a relational database and helps you store information for reference, reporting, and analysis. So it sounds like you use it for stats a lot.
Yep.
And
which accounting is like a big part of that, I think.
it's like used for more information than you can fit in Excel.
Huh.
Or like
Yeah.
more complex stuff is what it sounds like. I'm not 100% sure. I've never heard of it either. But
No, that's what it reminds me of. It's yeah.
maybe I can get a picture of it.
It's like a more complex Excel.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Probably something you would use in an accounting job. Anyway. we
I don't
got-
know. I
No,
my
go ahead.
Microsoft applications stems to about Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Word. And that's
Yeah,
it.
I can barely use Excel. I had to use it for one of my classes, and he was like, do it in an Excel spreadsheet, and I transferred it to Google Sheets.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, Microsoft sucks.
yeah, that's where we're going
All my homies hate
with
it.
it.
All the homies hate Microsoft Excel.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, today, what we're actually going to talk about, 5 minutes into the show.
It's
So,
only 4.
Yeah, it's
actually, it's only
6:04.
3 because we started a minute late.
True.
So, Can I go now?
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
You can go.
Please enlighten us on what we're doing today, Chloe.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Enlighten
as
our
if you
listeners.
wouldn't already know.
I don't.
So today, we're going to do tier lists. And if you don't know what a tier list is, it's pretty much what it sounds like. You rank things in order of S to, sometimes they go to D, sometimes they go to F. Depends on which application you use, but S is like the top tier. It's like if you were to get like an A+, but it's higher than that.
Some may call super
Tier.
tier.
And then the bottom tier is like, the bad, the worst.
F for failure.
F for
Exactly.
failure. Yes.
In this case, I always thought that S stood for special for some reason.
I don't know what S.
But it can
doesn't stand
work
for
like
super,
that.
I
It's
don't think.
special in my heart.
There you go.
I
That-
suppose.
I thought that was fine.
I thought it was. I mean, you know what? Fair enough. What are you doing?
Hey,
What?
She keeps.
Hunter's dancing.
What?
You gotta face into the mic.
Don't tell me what to do, Hunter.
You keep like going like this.
I'm sorry. I keep trying to talk to. I'm just gonna talk to Alex and not you.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Hunter did like a robotic dance.
You
move
did.
in
I thought you were
Graham
doing the
command.
robot.
Like
No,
he was like
I was
lifting
trying-
his
I'm not
arms up
used
and
to
down
it.
like a robot.
I was trying to like show her like
I'm not an audio person.
Without
I
saying
don't know
it.
how
What were you
to-
doing
Why
with
can't the
your
microphone
hands,
just
though?
get anything I say?
I was trying to get her attention.
Ah.
And then he was doing, like, jazz
But then I went
hands.
like this and it,
That's,
yeah.
that's not how microphones work, Chloe.
Well,
If-
I wouldn't know how microphones work because I'm a journalism major.
Okay, so say you're journalism and
No, we had this
and
conversation.
you have, your camcorder and you're recording a journalism event. do you just kind of like put your camcorder like up in the air and you're like, well, it's gonna capture all of it itself?
Well, you see, I've never used a camcorder before because I've taken one journalism class.
Okay, so
That's fair.
if you brought up your phone, you're like, I'm gonna record this event, and you just kind of went like, it's gonna capture it. But I
Yeah,
said,
no, I
you
get you. I
gotta-
get you.
You're
I'm
that type of
sorry.
person to record school fights. You know that meme?
Yeah, and it's just
And
like super low quality.
really bad.
It's
Super really
shaky.
bad.
Yep.
Super bad.
Yep.
Sorry.
Super bad.
It's a good movie. Have you seen it?
No,
Okay, anyways, we'll talk about that later.
I watched my first Harry Potter film
You did?
last week. Yeah,
Was it good?
it was pretty good.
Have you
I
guys
mean-
played the Harry Potter games?
Lego.
The
Once.
Lego ones?
Once.
No.
Those are the ones I'm talking about.
I played Lego Batman,
Played Lego
Also
Star
good.
Wars. And
but I
Lego
feel like
Indiana
they're
Jones.
mostly all the same.
Yeah.
They have the same premise.
Yeah.
Lego City Undercover.
Have you played it yet?
I played like the first like 2 hours.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than I was expecting you to say. I was expecting you to not have started it because of Jackson. But, you know, Jackson's a Lego City Undercover hater, but you know.
Yeah, kind of upsetting, but you know, that's how it be.
Yeah. Well, before we start, you're listening to WCVF 88.9, the campus and community voice of Fredonia.
You are.
Why did you just do that? You're just like, huh?
Because it's 6:07. I was very confused for a second.
It
I
is
was
6:07.
also-
Why?
I saw you like highlighting it. And
Oh,
stuff
because I
in the
forgot to
document.
say it in the beginning, so I did it now.
Ah, okay.
I meant to do it, and then I asked you about your day, and I got distracted.
You're listening to 88.9 WCVF, the campus and community voice of Fredonia.
Well, now we have two in the span of 30 seconds.
So what?
It's okay. It's
You
fine.
are listening to WCVF 88.9, the campus and community voice of Fredonia.
That was a good impression of the NPR guy that does our call
That's so
center.
true. That's so true.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Hunter, the impression guy.
He is the impression guy. That's his thing.
Yo, wait, when do I? My turn is at 6:30.
Yeah? Do something funky.
I want to do something funky.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I'll do something funky.
Okay. I'll be
Anyways.
looking forward to it.
Anyways, what is this show about, Chloe?
So we're doing tier lists. That's what I was talking about, and then you gave me a microphone lecture. So
Yeah, I feel a little mean about that. But
no, it's okay.
Please continue.
I had to mansplain it to you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. And you do that a lot. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Men, am I right?
Yeah.
Men. Unbelievable.
Anyways, so we have a couple of tier lists here that I looked at yesterday. And we have a couple different topics. So I was wondering if there was one that you guys wanted to start with.
D&D.
D&D.
Okay, I figured you'd say that. So,
That was just the first one on my thing. Does it say the pictures?
oh,
So it's
yeah.
the first one on
yeah, okay. So what we're going to do, how this is going to work, is we're going to do the tier list and we're going to debate. Well, maybe I don't know how much debate there's going to be with this one, but we're going to talk through it as we go. And I think it'll be funny to hear what we have to say.
The
So-
arguments that unfold.
Let's do the official ones. So no Blood Hunter, no Gunslinger, no Illuminati Triangle.
I
Okay.
did Blood Hunter because I'm playing that right now.
Yeah, I don't know
I
anything
included that
about
one.
Gunslinger.
Oh, should I put mine real quick where I think they should go?
I already have mine ready.
I was
Yeah.
going to do it while we were going.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what I'll do is I'll do the general consensus that we all come to, and I'll put that on the Instagram.
Ah, that's a good one.
Okay.
Let me.
So you can go ahead and do that. I'll explain. Okay, so this one only goes until D. So we have S, A, B, C, and D. So S being the highest, D being the lowest, and we have all of the D&D classes here. Like, okay, so for people that don't play D&D, the classes are just kind of like, you know, when you like play a video game, you have like a mage, or like a hunter or an archer, depending on what game you're playing. It's basically like that, and they all have different ways of fighting, whether they use magic or melee, different abilities to them.
The classes that we'll be ranking today are like Druid, Ranger, Rogue, Paladin, Monk, Barbarian, Fighter, Bard, Cleric, Sorcerer, Wizard, Warlock.
Yeah. What is Artificer? Let's not do that either.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that one because I didn't know what it was.
It sounds like a less cool wizard to me. To me, wizard I think is the coolest class. I'm just kidding. That was the
All right.
worst thing for me to start out on.
should we go from D to S?
Yes.
I was gonna say
Alright.
take it by class.
Take it by class.
In the list,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do it by
I
class.
like that idea.
Because
I
I
like
don't
that
have
idea.
any of it done.
Okay.
Yeah,
honestly.
so she can just kind of say which one we're gonna talk about, and then
What
we can give her thoughts.
So wait, did you do Artificer?
I did do Artificer. That's
I
an
didn't do
official
that one.
class.
I don't know that one.
I don't know anything about it, so I didn't.
Artificer, I believe, is in the
Xanathar?
Eberron. No, the Eberron source book? Question mark.
We can skip it.
I mean, yeah, we can.
Since Hunter and I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
It's like you craft things. You're like a crafter.
Oh, so
Hmm.
it's
It's in
it is a
Tasha's.
list.
It's in Tasha's.
Tasha's.
That's kind of
makes
cool,
sense.
actually.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you don't know anything about it, then we.
Yeah.
We'll just skip it for now.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
Okay, so we're gonna start with Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Alex, you want to give a quick little rundown on what a Barbarian is, since you're playing one?
Yes, I am playing a Barbarian. Quick shout out. Listen to D&DVL Sunday. D&DVL, The Adventure Begins. That's the one I'm in. Sunday, 1 to
Oh.
5 p.m. on WDVL. I am playing a Goliath wild magic barbarian. His name is Osmodius Ru. He has a Russian accent. He's very unlucky. I believe Barbarian belongs in A class. I think Barbarian belongs in A class because it is like it's a brute, you know. You rage, you know, you hit things, but it's very powerful. But it's that one trick pony, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's that tank, and that's all it is.
I agree that it can hit pretty hard, and it's like it takes the damage away from the rest of the party. So I think it can be pretty reliable, or not reliable, beneficial. That's what I was looking for.
I also put Barbarian A tier because I
Mhm.
feel like tanks are normally easier to learn too for like newer
That's true.
players,
That's true.
and it's a tank. You can do a lot of damage.
Solid.
So do you agree with A?
I agree. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I would have put in either A or B. So
Okay.
I'm good with that. Okay, next is Bard. So Bard is they do the little musics.
Yes, they do the little music. They are a support class, essentially, all about buffing your friends and debuffing your enemies.
Very high in charisma.
Yes, very high in
Yes.
charisma. What'd you put it as, Hunter?
I stuck it as B.
Interesting.
B for Bard.
B.
B for Bard.
Fantastic.
That's how you rank them.
Yes.
No,
C for Cleric.
I don't know much about it,
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of ranked it about the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that it can have some pretty cool abilities,
Mm-hmm.
pretty good support. Support's always good, but it might be a little harder to learn, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's being said, I don't know much about it, so
We have a bard once again in D&D.
It's Connor, right?
No, it's Cassio.
It's Cassio.
Yes, Canisius.
Who did I talk
the
to
bard.
earlier that was playing a Bard?
Maybe.
It was
Cassio.
someone else. It was not Cassio. I didn't see him today.
Brandon, I think.
Was it Brandon?
Mentioned
I
playing a
think-
bard.
Yeah, I think it might have been
It
Brandon.
might have been.
I put bard in C.
C.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm just not really that like
Yeah.
given like all the classes, but I don't like bard.
It doesn't attract my
It doesn't-
attention.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
attract my like. It looks like an interesting class, but it just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
You know, and this is my tier list.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
what would you rank it as, Chloe?
I was gonna put it in B as well because I'm indifferent about it, and I feel like B is kind of like it's like the neutral
Yeah.
out of all of them.
all right, we can put it in
We
B.
can put it-
I think
okay.
officially B. Yes.
All
All
right.
right, cool. B for Bard.
B for Bard.
B for bard. That makes sense.
Okay, next is Warlock, and in the campaign that the three of us are playing together,
Mhm.
well, the one before the one that we're playing now, one of our friends played a Warlock, and actually seemed pretty cool to me. So
I put Warlock as B. I put Warlock as B because it is a pretty cool mixture of, you know, hand-to-hand combat and powerful spells. But the max amount of spell slots you end up getting is 4, and you get a very limited amount of spells.
ew.
I'm not a fan of that, and
I don't
mainly
like that.
because of the amount of spell slots you get, I'm putting it in B.
I stuck it in C
Mhm.
because I feel like it's a harder class to learn.
It's actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm changing my ranking. I'm putting Warlock in A because I didn't think about something. That is Warlock is an awesome opportunity for role playing because with Warlock you have a patron, and role playing with that patron can be very, very interesting very, very quickly. So I'm moving it up to A.
That's fair. What would you,
You
rank
had
it
it
as?
at what, B?
I had
C.
it.
C. Okay, so for me, if I were to play okay, so I don't really see the point of playing a Warlock because, like you said, you do have the melee and the spells.
Mhm.
But if I wanted spells, I wouldn't go for Warlock. I'd go for like literally any of the other options.
But the thing with Warlock is you get both spells and hand-to-hand combat.
but so does a druid, and I'd rather play a druid.
Yes, but a druid is very much nature based.
A warlock is more wizardy.
Yeah, a warlock.
Yeah.
No, not wizardy.
Yeah,
it's
more
like an
spelly.
arcane fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys are really missing like this patron aspect, because I feel like it could play a huge role in a campaign.
It could.
It could. I'm also just not a role player,
That's fair.
which you know.
Yes.
I'm so bad at it. But
We gotta get better.
I'm gonna get better. I'm better at this campaign than I was last. So
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there.
yeah. I think we should just stick it in B as a happy medium.
We'll see what you get to in terms of that, and see what happens in the next session that you get to.
Cool.
How you role play that out.
Of course.
We'll see.
Yes.
So should I stick it in B, do you think? Or because you guys both said A and C, and I'm kind of like meh about it. I wouldn't stick it in A.
What would you stick it in?
I was saying B again.
Do you want to just take the average then?
Yeah, let's say B.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, that's really funky, Hunter, that you said it's C.
Well, do you want to know the honest thing?
What?
I said it was D,
Really?
but I changed my mind a little bit
Interesting.
after doing this list.
So you could say that you put it as C for WCVF. You're listening to 88.9 WCVF, the campus and community voice of Fredonia.
Can I ask you
Nice.
something, Alex?
Yes.
It's not that bad. I don't know why you look afraid. No, do you know what WCBF stands for?
Campus voice Fredonia.
What is the W? Western?
The W is
like the call letters?
The W is the letter that you put in.
Okay, it's the call
Yeah.
letters. Okay.
It's the letter that you put at the beginning of a radio station's call sign.
W is east of the Mississippi, right?
Yes.
And then K
Mississippi.
is west.
K is on
K
the
is
other
west.
side, yeah.
Come on, man. We learned this in journalism.
No, I know, but I was just making sure. Yep, okay. Anyways, we're going to skip Bloodhunter, you said?
Yeah, Blood Hunter is a no-no.
Okay. Cleric.
S tier.
S tier on Cleric, really?
Easy S tier. Clerics are so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome.
I almost played a Cleric for this campaign. I was between Druid and Cleric.
Both are excellent choices in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cleric is S tier because obviously it's the main healer of the group, but you can haul around a mall and just do epic amounts of damage. And there's plenty of also
Sorry, cracked my
is it
knuckle.
orders or domains or something. 1 second, let me check. D&D Beyond. I forget the name of the subclass of clerics. Jackson would murder me. Domains, yes. There are so many different types of domains for all different types of things, like peace domain, tempest domain, war domain.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many options for a cleric. It's great. I love clerics. Hunter's dancing to the music.
I was trying to think of which scene this comes from, but anyways, I want to preface this.
Mm-hmm.
I place Cleric as B.
Oh,
B?
I don't. Let's preface. I don't know anything about this class. I'm going in this having only played a Paladin and a Blood Hunter. I placed Cleric as B because I placed Paladin as A, and I was impartial.
I was going to put Cleric in A.
We can go A.
I guess A.
The way you explained it with the domains, it sounds cool.
Oh, it's awesome.
You swayed me to an A.
It's awesome.
And I might play it if I do a
almost
future
did.
session.
I mean,
You should do
Yeah.
it.
You should do it.
I should have. Now I'm. But I really like my Druid. I don't know. My Druid's cool.
When I was picked to play the Paladin, though, the way it was explained to me was that Paladin Cleric kind of like very similar.
They are somewhat similar,
Yeah.
but Cleric is more like, obviously it's more healing. It's more magical than a Paladin.
Yeah.
It's a lot more magical than a Paladin. You get your powers from like gods. Paladins, you get your powers from the oath you take.
Yeah.
So it's not specifically like a god. Like
It's your
hell-
belief in the gods.
It's your belief in the oath that you have taken, because there are oaths that have nothing to do with gods for paladins. Like
That's true.
If you take a look at the paladin,
I just played the Oath of Devotion, and that was probably the most god-based one.
yes, that is. Like you've got Oath of the Open Sea. That's like piratey. Yeah. You've got.
Where are you getting these from?
That one's from Critical Role. That's
Oh, I was gonna say.
there's Oath of the Ancients, which is for
Yep.
ancient stuff. Oath of Glory, Oath of Redemption, Conquest, Oath Breaker. That's an evil paladin.
I was very close to being Oathbreaker
You were.
Evil paladin.
by
Evil
choice
paladin.
too.
But yeah.
But yeah, we can place Cleric A then.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
put it
I
in
guess
A then. Okay. Druid next.
I
love
you
it.
can go first because you.
I would
played the
love to go
character.
first. Now, I've only played my Druid for like
4 sessions.
4 sessions.
Which is horrendous.
For being halfway through the semester, it's a little rough.
It is a
But
little rough.
I really, 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 really like playing the Druid so much. I don't know, I could be very biased, like based on my playing style and then just in general, but I really like how Druid is both magic and melee, kind of like how we were talking about with Warlock, because I started out playing as a wizard, which was the most terrible decision for a new player to make ever. And I think I was just kind of very sick of having to be the toolbox as the wizard. So playing a druid was so much better because I'm actually useful and I can heal. I can talk to animals. Listen, guys, I talked to the Loch Ness Monster with my druid like 2 weeks ago.
She was
2
very
sessions
proud of
ago,
herself.
I mean. And it was the greatest thing ever. And it's just very cool to me how that whole thing is. So I'm going to put druid in S.
I also placed Druid in S.
I also placed Druid in S.
Look at that.
Consensus. I think Druid class is cool as heck.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Druid is
so
really
fun to
cool.
play. It's so much more enjoyable than like my. Well, I guess I can't really compare it to the first one because it was just like the first time. but
Yeah.
it's just so much fun and it's so cool and all the stuff that I get to do is just like really neat.
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah, Druid's pretty swell.
that one was easy. Okay, next is fighter. Now I'm gonna need you to explain a tiny bit about fighter because it sounds boring from what I know.
So like when you call someone like a jack of all trades, that's the fighter.
Okay.
It's literally just like a soldier. But the thing with them is that they're very jack of all trades. You can really take it anywhere. Like if you want to be ranged, you can be ranged. If you want to be up and close, you can be up and close. Like in terms of like if you don't want to deal with magic, fighter's great. If you do want to deal with magic, there's the Eldritch Knight, there's the Rune Knight, Psy Warrior. Like fighter's kind of like you don't really want to be a super quirky, individualistic thing. Be a fighter. Be cool. Kill things.
Yep. Where'd you guys place it? I placed
B or
it B.
C. B or C.
C.
It's just kind of
We can go
it's
C.
kind of like it's boring.
Yeah.
Put it in
I
C.
voted B for boring.
It's
B for boring.
it's
like
I
the
mean,
most
it's
basic
fighter.
class.
It's basic, yeah. Which is not a bad thing.
No.
No, it's really good for like newcomers to the game.
Yes, but like the way that I'm doing my tier list is like what I would want to play.
Mm-hmm.
I voted on a lot of different things.
Like I voted on a little bit about like specific things. Like Druid is definitely like a heavy like just the thing about Druids is really cool.
Yeah.
But the thing that made me put fighter in C is just I really don't want to play a fighter.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
really that interested. Nothing's really shown out to me for the fighter class. Like there's a bunch of interesting subclasses, but it's just like you can hit differently.
Yeah.
Up next,
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
So our friend Colin also played a sorcerer.
Yes.
Our first campaign.
He's a multi-class Sorcerer Warlock.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll start, I guess. I already started talking about it. So I would rather play a sorcerer than a wizard
Really? I
because
disagree.
I think that a sorcerer is more powerful and more cool. And that is
Really?
literally just how it. That
I
is
agree
just
with her.
my thoughts. Yep.
This is newbies to the game versus
Yes,
his
versus
old head.
Alex. Yeah. Why would you not? Why do you disagree with me? I don't know I don't know if I said where I would place it yet.
Where would you place it?
This might be very controversial, but I put sorcerer as D.
What?
Yes.
D.
I was gonna put in
Yes.
A.
I put sorcerer as D because I feel like if you want like cool spells, Wizard. Wizard has some awesome spells. Wizard can learn almost every spell.
Yeah, but a wizard depends on who plays it. Because when I played it, my wizard was lame because I couldn't do anything the whole time.
Well, you also were learning the game. I
That's
absolutely
true.
do not recommend a wizard to someone starting the game.
No.
Why did you let me do that?
You wanted to. You said
Yeah, that's true.
Wizards 101. Ding.
That is why I chose wizard because I was looking at the list of classes
Mhm.
and I was like, what do any of these mean? And I was like, oh, hey, wizard, like Wizard 101. And I was like, sick.
Wizards are a very complex class,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they're just a lot better than a sorcerer. Because sorcerer is like the weird in between a warlock and a wizard. I feel like if you want to like really hit hard, like warlock does pretty cool, does pretty good. If you want like really cool spells, wizard does that. They can learn as many spells as they please. Sorcerer, I feel like, is a weird in between. I'm not
Mhm.
that big a fan. Like some of the subclasses are pretty cool, but once again, I'm going on like the base class of it.
I put it in C.
Wow. Oh, interesting.
We'll put it in C.
Well, I was gonna say we should put it in C because you voted A,
Mhm.
I voted C, he voted D, so ACD
It averages
has to be
down.
C.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I don't really care. That's fine.
I don't think anyone got that joke.
ACDC.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear you say that. I was very focused on moving the.
Nice.
That's funny. That's
Thanks,
funny.
man.
You're welcome, man.
It's a little
Anyway,
past the moment, but it's all right.
Anyway,
What we got next?
now we're gonna talk about wizard because that's the next on the list.
I voted D.
You're a wizard hater.
Whoa.
I was not.
have
Listen.
not
I
had
had a
good
bad
experience.
experience.
I was
Well, that-
exposed to one wizard, and it was Chloe's wizard, and it just turned me off.
Chloe's
I hate-
wizard
Wizard.
sucked.
I hate my wizard. I
Chloe's
literally,
wizard sucked.
Kara. If I could go back right now, I'd kill her. I would
Well,
like. I'd cast
Kara's
fireball
dead,
on
so-
myself. Oh, she's dead.
Yeah.
What?
Trogdor also died.
Yeah.
When did
Trogdor was-
that happen? You
Trogdor
just
was
killed
blown up
all
in
of
a
our
tower.
characters? We blew up?
Because I
I
don't know
did.
if you remember, but you said something to me and you upset me. So in response, I said, "That's a shame. Looks like Leylon blew up."
I do remember that now. I never registered that our characters are dead. Does Q and Colin know?
They're not actually dead.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just ours. Just ours.
Yeah.
I don't know what we did, but it must have been bad.
I was in the top of a tower,
Yeah.
and it just blew up.
Yeah.
Mm. So what I was thinking with Wizard is that it's really cool, like you were saying, with all the spells, because I saw what a wizard could be
Yes.
in all of my leveling up and reading and everything.
Yeah.
I think that the reason that I just wasn't good is because I was learning the game and I chose literally the most complicated class.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One of the most.
So
they just have so many cool classes.
the things that a wizard can do are really, really, really cool. Like the major illusion thing, I really wanted to try that out. I didn't prepare that spell or learn that spell, but
War magic is a really cool subclass.
I guess I did vote this one, kind of like how if I would play or not,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I put a D.
yeah, I'll never play a wizard again.
Oh,
I don't
that's such
think
a
I would play a
shame.
wizard.
That's such a shame.
I can't do it, Alex. I can never put myself through that
But
again.
you've
It was
pretty
terrible.
much
I
learned
can't
the
do
game.
it. I can't.
Like you learned how to play the game.
can't.
Now you're learning to role play.
I would do a wizard
Harry.
in like my 8th session.
Okay. Oh, 8th campaign.
That's yeah. Sorry,
What about for a one shot?
no.
Really?
I would do it for a one
I think
shot
it would
because
be
I know how to
even
play it.
worse
So it
as a
wouldn't be like I
one-shot.
was learning.
It would be even worse as a one shot because with a one shot character, I feel like you have to be pretty cool,
Well, like
Wizards
you
can
can,
and you have to know that kind
cool.
of thing.
you can use that character for different one shots. You know?
Oh well, yeah.
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 Oh,
So,
man.
If
Sort of-
I were to rank, I was gonna put wizard in A or B.
Alex,
I put wizard in A. I guess wizard's B.
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 Yeah.
All right.
That's fair. Okay, we're skipping the Illuminati. I really don't know what that is. So next is monk, and we do know someone playing a monk. That's our friend Q.
Our
Mhm.
friend Quentin Martinez.
Yes, shout out to Q if you're listening right now. He's probably at work.
Yeah.
He played. Nope, he's not actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Just
he's
tell
he's
him.
free.
He's listening right now?
No,
I don't know if he's listening.
You should tell him that we shouted him out.
But I actually asked him if he would come on in the future.
Oh, you did? That would
did.
be so fun.
But yeah, he plays Tosu the monk,
Yes.
and I personally think it's a pretty cool class. So I placed it A.
I think monks are lame. Sorry.
Oh.
What'd you put it as?
I was thinking C.
Really?
I'm very bored by the idea.
You put a
of
D,
monks.
didn't you?
I put it D. Oh my gosh, that's such a shame. I feel like if Jackson was on this episode, he would have murdered me by now.
He doesn't like monks, or he does like monks.
I think he likes monks. Yeah, like he likes monks. I'm pretty sure he likes sorcerer. He loves bards.
Yeah, no, I don't see the appeal. I would never want to play a monk. I could care less if one was in my campaign. And it's nothing on Q, and I like Q's character.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's boring to me. I don't see the appeal.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be melee, I want a cool weapon.
That's where I
True.
differentiate because I so like the idea of just fisticuffs.
Yeah. Wow. I think monks C or B then. What are we gonna put it
Do we want
as?
to?
I was gonna put it in
We said
C.
A, C, D.
Yeah.
ACDC.
Yeah, C. We have to go C.
Oh, C. That's a shame.
You know what happened at the exact same time that we said C last time, ACDC?
Yeah.
We talked about C,
Yeah.
like WCVF. You ready, Chloe?
Yeah.
You're listening to WCVF 88.9, the campus and community voice of Fredonia.
You can hear her giggling in the background. Oh my god. She's dead. She's gone.
She's
We
gone.
lost Chloe. We lost Chloe. Her face is coming red.
That's the reason that Hunter and I started dating.
It's Kermit the Frog impressions.
Yes. That's what sold me.
You know,
Not even the Joe Swanson.
No, Kermit is better.
you know, Hunter, it wasn't your dashing face. It wasn't your charming intellect. It was single-handedly the fact that you could imitate a green frog puppet is the reason why Chloe Kowalik can stand in your presence.
Honestly, I'd prefer it. I'm happy this way.
Me too.
Aww.
I'm really glad that you can do a Kermit the Frog impression because otherwise we wouldn't be dating. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I made too many jokes. I made too many.
I'm glad that you like my Kermit the Frog impression because now that you said that, I'm not going to stop it
For the rest of the episode?
for the rest of time.
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
Forever.
Forever.
Oh my god.
Man. What's the next class?
All right, so next is Paladin, which Hunter, you can go ahead and speak first because you've played this class.
Well, I did mention it earlier. I placed it in A. Although I change it now.
Oh.
I'm gonna swap where I had Cleric. I had as B. Paladin I as A. I'm gonna swap those. I want to place Paladin A, Cleric or Paladin B, Cleric A.
Wow, really?
Yes.
I'm surprised.
Very
Because-
surprised.
Also, for going off of how I would play it, it is a really cool class, and I want to try out some of the different oaths because I was only the Oath of Devotion, and it was kind of a. I'm gonna say it was kind of a sucky oath.
I mean, devotion's okay.
It's not bad. I just feel like there's cooler opportunities.
Yes. Oath of Devotion is for a very high fantasy. You're facing an evil dark lord type,
Yeah.
and that just wasn't the campaign. It was
Yeah.
Slay a Dragon.
It was a dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there could have been cooler ones. So I'm gonna place a B.
Interesting.
About like halfway A to B.
Okay.
I was going to put it in A
Okay.
just because it sounds cool. What'd you do? D?
S.
S.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, so it's the opposite. Okay.
I love paladins.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm keeping it in A,
Yeah.
and I'm bumping it to like middle of AS
Okay.
because there's just one place. Shout out to Bradford. They have this place called the Magic Bean.
The magic bean.
It's a game store kind of thing where a game diner kind of. What's the cafe?
Got you.
They make their own sodas and stuff and their own paninis. And they have like an entire wall of board games for you to play together. I highly recommend.
Yeah.
But they have a panini called the Paladin, and it's really good, so I'm bumping it up.
That's the only reason why.
I'm really glad.
Fantastic. Oh, they got a little couch.
So we should put
They
it
do.
in A
Interesting.
because you and I
Yeah.
both said A and Alex said S.
Yeah. I love Paladin classes. They are one of my favorite classes. I would love one day to play an Oath of the Open Sea Paladin.
You just want to be a pirate.
Yes.
That's fair.
Well, not like a pirate, but like a noble
Yeah.
seafaring man.
Isn't there a background pirate?
I think there's a background, and then there's swashbuckler for the rogue.
Mm.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of actually.
Oh.
Speaking of rogue,
Yes.
rogue's next.
Rogue's next. Oh.
All right, I was gonna put it in A
Okay.
because I've seen 2 people play rogue, and I've seen 3 people play rogue, and I think it's cool, and I would
Mhm.
love to try it, and it's just so unique and fun,
Mhm.
and it's actually pretty powerful. So that's A class to me.
Hunter.
I placed a S
Wow.
because I've only heard praise from the rogue class,
Yeah.
Really?
and I've seen it in action, and I love it.
Yeah.
For our buddy Colin right now is doing
So-
rogue with the soul knife,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and it's really cool.
It is really.
He told me one of the abilities he gets very soon, and it's awesome.
Which one?
He gets to throw a knife and then teleport to it, or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We were talking about that. Yeah, that's cool.
He gets to
Well-
throw a dagger and then teleport to it.
Mhm. Well, I'm gonna make waves here with mine.
If you put rogue anywhere lower than A, you're getting kicked off the show.
I have rogue as B.
Oh, that's not that bad. No, that's
And
okay.
I have one specific reason why it's B, and it is entirely because I am a dungeon master, and rogues are so overpowered.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
We're speaking
We
as
are,
players.
we are players. You're a DM more.
Yeah.
Now, speak from a player standpoint.
As a player standpoint, they're awesome. They are a really cool. They're a cool class. I feel like their subclasses are very similar though. I feel like they have a lot. There's not many subclasses that stand out as unique when I look at the rogue subclass list. Like a lot of them look very, very similar, or they're just like infiltrative
Sure.
type classes. They're not very much damage dealing or like role playing aspect, or
That's
a
fair.
lot of them are just like I get a proficiency with this thing, which I feel like is a little upsetting.
The biggest thing about it is the sneak attack, isn't it?
Oh, a sneak attack's so overpowered.
Yeah.
If you have a barbarian hitting things, you get pretty much like plus 4d6 on like every single attack you make if it's at the same target. It's crazy.
That's insane.
It's ludicrous.
So I would put it. So you're saying
I'd say A.
I think we should put it in A. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm an outlier though. You could put it in S. I wouldn't mind putting it
I wouldn't
in
mind
S.
putting it in S either.
Okay.
I put it in S. So.
Okay, we'll put it in S.
As a player, you said it was really cool.
Yes, as a player, it's really cool, but I knocked it down a few tiers because it's so
Yeah.
overpowered
Yeah.
when you're a DM.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. That's probably not fun to deal with.
I wouldn't say it's
Yeah.
not fun. It's just
It's-
adds a lot more complexity
That's
on
what I'm trying to
how
say.
I am to attack you.
That's what I meant. Alex, okay, so one thing about Alex, super quick, is that he
Uh-oh.
rolls nat 20s on me
All the
at
time.
least like 2 or 3 times a
It's
session.
And
ludicrous.
Chloe rolls nat ones on
Yes,
Alex.
It is
Yep.
crazy. I ratio her every
It's
session.
awful. It's awful. Hunter and I are both terrible rollers.
Hey, don't bring
Hey.
me this. I popped off last session.
You did,
She
but
did.
that was the first time.
Colin just went ham on that Yeti, dude.
He really did.
He did.
The poor Yeti. It's going home to his family.
I
and then we
didn't-
just killed it.
If I didn't,
The goat. Poor goat.
The goat.
I was called a goat the other day.
Yeah, you were.
That was kind of funky.
What?
Hunter's thinking. Give him a moment.
if I didn't put my right onto my bow, I was trying to think of the word right. That's I get my crimson right. I put flame onto my bow,
Yeah.
and if I change weapons, then it goes away. So I think I could have been better if I put it onto my sword.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been cooler.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So speaking of bows, thanks for that segue.
Of course.
We're gonna talk about rangers now. So we did play with a ranger in our first campaign. That was Q again. Shout out Q. What?
Rest in peace, Bob.
Yes, Bob. His character went out in a very unfortunate way.
Don't say unfortunate. It
No.
was.
It was
That
his
was
fault,
all-
It was all
100%.
him.
But it was like really sad because he was such a good. He was so strong.
Was it sad though?
He was very strong, but I
Bob
have no
deserved
emotional
it.
ties to that.
Bob
Exactly.
deserved it. Bob blew everyone up, wasn't held accountable,
did do
and then got the. He got.
We tried
defeated
holding
by
him
a bunch of
accountable, and he
bats.
stomped off like a child.
Yes.
And then he got.
And then he got murdered.
destroyed by bats.
That's true. Well, I was just more of like it was sad to lose such a strong character in such a weak way.
Of course.
That's what I meant.
It's
More
very
of, but
funny.
yes, I agree. So for me, I was between 3 classes when I was choosing my next character for this campaign that we're playing now. So I was between Druid, Cleric, and Ranger. So I kind of am a little bit impartial to a Ranger because it looked really cool. And when I play games like Smite, I tend to go towards the Hunter class a little bit more because that's just how I like to play. I like to be the carry. I like to be like out there doing things. So that's just kind of my preference. So I would have put it in A, I think.
I'll go next because I'll tell you what. I love the idea of a ranger.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea of just awesome like sniper type fella. Execution, the ranger is probably one of the worst classes.
I was
Is it
waiting for
really?
the butt.
Yes. Execution wise, at least personally, looking at the classes, a lot of them are either underwhelming or underpowered. There's only a handful that actually makes sense to choose that they would keep up with the rest of the classes because a lot of them, like I said, a lot are either underpowered or underwhelming.
Mhm.
So I put it as a B.
Mm-hmm.
I stuck at A. It's nowhere. It's definitely not S.
No, it's not S.
If it was just more, if it was executed better, I would have no issue putting it in S. But
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I think it's. I definitely think it's a cool concept, but
Yeah, like I said, that's like the kind of, that was my place. Okay, I'm glad I didn't do that then. What's my play style for sure, if it was different. So, should we stick it in? So you're saying D, and then Hunter and I are saying A.
No, I said
he said A.
I said B.
Oh, B. Sorry.
Oh, you
and
said
boy.
B.
Yes. B as in boy.
I miss boy.
Boy the dog.
Boy! Okay, listen, I extremely, very much so want a dog named Boy now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a dog and
You're
name
gonna-
him Boy.
In real life or in the game?
In real life.
Okay.
It's my plan. This sounds like an underwater level.
What's the name of the song? Dance of the Moonlight Jellies.
Yep. It's at the.
Yes.
It's at the ocean.
Yeah.
It's when it's one thing a year. All the moonlight jellies come out to the sea. You can go to the beach around
Aw.
8 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something like that and watch them.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Pretty cool.
Well, I was right. It was underwater. Cool.
So where are we putting Ranger?
So, probably.
Wait. I'm okay with a B.
I'm okay with a B.
Okay, B it is then.
Because it doesn't need to be by
Yeah.
fighter.
That brings us to how many classes left now?
Oh, we're done. Because we're not doing Gunslinger, we're not doing Artificer, we're not doing
Did we
Blood
not
Hunter.
do Wizard?
We did do Wizard.
Oh, okay.
I said Artificer.
So
We are
then,
not doing Illuminati.
What is the
So the final ranking.
Yes, let's start from D.
Okay, so we have nothing in D.
Really?
We don't have anything in D.
I feel like we should move something to D.
Fighter.
Monk.
Monk. Agreed. Well, no, because Hunter doesn't.
I'll change my standpoint.
Oh, we're putting
Will
Monk in
you?
D.
I'll succumb to the pressure.
So we're putting Monk in D. Goodbye, Monk. Okay, so in D we have Monk. We'll change this around after. I'll read it out first.
Okay.
So in D we had nothing, but now we have Monk. C we have Fighter and Sorcerer. B we have Bard, Warlock, Wizard, and Ranger. A we have Barbarian, Cleric, and Paladin. And then S we have Druid and Rogue. Is there anything you would like to change?
I really want to see Cleric as an S.
I was about to say that.
We can put Cleric in S.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I wanted to play a Cleric.
I'm okay with that.
I was really into it, so. All
I'd
right.
say
Cleric
Cleric
and
and
S.
What was in B again?
Now it's just Barbarian and Paladin. Oh, no, sorry. Did you say A or B?
B as in boy.
Oh, B as B as in boy. That's Bard, Warlock, Wizard, and Ranger. Now I'm uncomfortable with the fact that Warlock and Wizard are in the same.
I think Wizard should be lower.
Really?
I
I
think
was gonna
Wizard
put
should be C.
Warlock. I was going to put Warlock lower.
I was gonna put Warlock lower as well. I think Wizard should be A.
But then if you put Warlock lower...
I
Oh,
would, no,
okay.
I would just keep Warlock as B and Wizard as A. Personally,
I actually don't
disagree.
mind that because if there was a good wizard, it'd be really cool. I was not a good wizard.
I know you weren't. I'm tight on the fact that I'm a new player and I'm severely turned off from the wizard class because it's so difficult to learn.
it's. The
But
thing
imagine
is
someone
the-
who's good at
The
playing a
thing
wizard
is
playing.
it's not difficult to learn.
Yes, it is.
It's just difficult for a new player to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
okay.
and that's why I
But
said
you're
I'm
no
a new
lo-
player.
You're
and
no
I'm severely turned
longer a
off.
new player, Hunter.
I would say I'm still a new player.
We
I am
have
too.
been
I kinda
playing
suck.
since March, and it is October. You're no longer a new player.
Sure.
I would say I'm pretty new.
So should we... What do we do?
I say bump Wizard up.
You say leave wizard.
I say leave wizard.
Wizard's already in the middle. And if we cancel yes and no out, it becomes nothing.
But that leaves you to vote.
So that I would keep it in B. Like I would
Okay.
rather put it in A, but both of you have like really strong points, and it depends on if you rank it as a player, like what you would want to play, or as like a class in general.
For what I would want to play, I would place wizard absolutely D.
Right. I don't know. We can leave it.
I think we just leave the chart as is then.
We leave the chart.
Yeah.
So, read them all off again.
Okay. So I'll start at D. So at D we have monk. Sorry, Hugh.
Sorry, Hunter.
And hunter.
I'm okay with it.
At C, we have fighter and sorcerer. At B, we have bard, warlock, wizard, and ranger. At A, we have barbarian and paladin. And then at S, we have druid, rogue, and cleric.
I'm okay with that.
Good? Okay. Let me save that really fast.
Tell you what, can't wait to tell Jackson later. Hey, we put monk as a D tier, and he's
The
gonna
only
fill-
one.
He's gonna fillet me.
Now, let's just say we were ranking blood hunter. Where would it go? I placed it as B.
B for
Blood
but-
hunter.
B for blood hunter.
B for but too complicated.
Yeah. It does sound tricky.
It's
Eh,
the concept is
yeah.
the concept's awesome. Matt Mercer wrote way too many words. to
Yeah.
describe it.
Hunter's biased because he looked like Matt Mercer.
Do you even know what Matt Mercer looks like?
Yes.
He looks nothing like
Yes.
Hunter.
He looks just like Hunter.
Actually, I retract that statement.
He looks just like...
I was going to say, you've said it before.
He kind of looks like Matt Mercer.
Look at this one, especially.
Yeah.
No, where did it go?
Yeah.
Look.
I've changed my
That's
mind.
Hunter.
I've changed
That's
my
so
mind.
Hunter. They are the same. I'll
I've
put that
changed
up
my
on the
mind.
Instagram too. I'm just gonna put a picture of Matt Mercer and then I'll tag him.
Yeah.
And I'll tag Hunter.
Incredible.
You're welcome. Okay,
man.
anyways, so we have a grapevine. Okay. Remind me to initial this because I didn't last time. I'm sorry. It's so much paperwork. I'm sorry, Alex. I did read it though, and that's all that matters. Okay. Join us on October 15th and 16th at 8 p.m. and October 17th at 2 p.m. at 50 West Main Street as the Performing Arts Company, PAC, presents their first live in-person show since February 2020. The show takes place in New York City and follows Claire, Jason, Warren, Deb, and featuring Brie Puma, Sarah Zwigaft, Arden Brown, and Allie Bastian. Masks are required by all audience members to attend.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice reading.
I accidentally skipped a line because this is a little interesting the way this is written.
Yeah.
It's not written as a broadcast. It's written as like a blurb.
Should I yell at Casio?
No. It's directed by Alexa Karchok as well.
Casio, we need news.
We need to figure out how to pronounce people's names.
Yes. That is something we need to do.
So,
How do I
it's-
pronounce Kowalik?
Hey, congrats, man. You get it.
You did it! I didn't have any corrections. But yeah, so it says that it follows their ordinary days that correct in ordinary ways. Which the way that was written is it has names and then it has... I don't know. I could just
It
be
might
me.
just be like the thingy.
Yeah.
It might... yeah, I think it's just how it's written out, like formatted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not Casio. That's just me. Anyways. Alex, this is my show. Anyways. that's all for this week of VGS. We only got through one tier list, but you guys look like those bingo things. When they like are singing.
We're telling her to wrap it up.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's me. I'm gonna make myself late for my other show. Anyways, thank you guys for coming on the show. We hope you enjoyed. I'll post the stuff on the Instagram, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You didn't cue us out. You didn't say thank you.
I did.
Thank you.
I said
you.
thank you guys for
You know
coming
what?
on the show.
Thank you, Hunter, for coming on the show.
I did.
Thank you, Alex, for
I
coming
did.
on the show.
I can't wait to play the recording back.
I think she did,
I
but
did.
I just like the joke.
I didn't hear my name, so I got upset.
I said thank you guys. You are Guy.
I am Guy.
You're Guy too.
Free guy.
We Guy.
And that's where we're gonna.
Bye.